Okay. For me, okay. Are we live yet? I mean,
Yes, we're live.
okay, cool. We're live. Okay. Well, hello, Facebook. If you were waiting for that, I don't know what's wrong with my laptop, but unfortunately, I don't have our immunity winner here tonight. So I will go ahead and start with the first on my screen. Dan, so looking at this, we're at final nine. We have not that much more time in this game. If you think about it, there's probably anywhere from 6 to 7 votes left, depending, maybe eight. There's only so much time for stuff to go on. So, like, what is this game coming down to? Is it coming down to the nitty gritty? Do you think? Are people starting to think about long term?
People might start to be thinking about long term. But I feel like at this point, from the conversations I've had, it is focused on um the now, in terms of who we can work with moving forward and how to balance all that stuff. Also, fucking choose.
Yeah, fair enough. So, Nikki, Dan mentions your nows. How many different nows do you think there is for each person in this game? Because a lot of people can have a lot of nows. If we're talking like voting blocks, especially.
I feel like sorry, I'm driving. But I feel like you have to have like a plan A, plan B, C, all the way through Z. So I feel like, I mean, for a lot of people, there's probably a lot of nows. But no, long term is always in the back of your mind.
Fair enough. So, Zach, you last tribal that we had here, because obviously Megan decided that you needed to go for, reasons outside the game. You played a safety without power. Did you feel like you needed that? Do you feel like you need
I,
it now? Like, walk me through
I
everything
kind of
with
need
that.
it now because people are afraid to make big moves in this game, and it's getting down to the nitty gritty. You're gonna let people that are like winning comps stay in this game. I mean, also, and it's just I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. So, like, I mean, we're final nine, and I don't feel like, I mean, no offense, but to everybody, but there hasn't been any moves played in this game. Everybody's playing it safe. So it's going to come down, if I go to jury tonight, it's going to come down whoever makes the biggest move, in my opinion, this game, because it's not, hasn't been big moves
Oh,
played.
okay, cool. And Andy is joining us. So Ava, Zach mentions big moves. So, like, that's something to talk about. Like, that's what Zach's looking for. You have two jury members. Tonight you're gonna have three. What do we think the jury might be looking for? Because it might be something to start thinking about. You could have potentially almost a good part of the jury on that over there right now.
I mean, I think that there's also different definitions of what big moves are. I think there's also potential that people don't know everything that's going on. And I think everything will make more sense once more people are on the jury and have time to talk. But we're still kind of early. So who knows what big moves are like going to be known? We don't know who has idols. We don't know who doesn't have idols. Like, we don't know who could fake that they have an idol. Like, big moves is a broad term, but I'm actually with Zach on that. I would like to see some big moves too. It makes for more fun.
I'll move on with that. Ava mentions idols, Kevin. We have not seen one idol play this entire game. In fact, we've seen one advantage. Talk through that. Like, at this point, I'm sure people are trying to think their plans around idols potentially.
I feel like people are just being like really fucking cagey about like advantages and things like that, because it is still admittedly pretty early into the jury phase. We've only been to tribal once since we've hit jury and things like that. And so I think people are just kind of like trying to dance around it, but they're definitely out there. I think we're definitely going to start seeing stuff, soon. I don't know how soon, but I guess we'll see. I don't know. I mean, they're out there, and we'll see what happens. It's always hard to like talk about advantages, and I never want to say that like it's not going to be played this tribal, because then it is, and so yeah, we'll see what happens. It's really hard to tell.
Right. And so, Molly, we talked a little bit about the jury tonight, what they're looking for. Are people discussing jury management at this point? Because it is building. You know, we are going to have quite a few people into this week, especially.
Yeah, I mean, I think jury management's probably always in the back of a lot of people's minds. I think it's a big thing to think about for sure. Depends on the person, how much exactly, I guess, they're thinking about it. But yeah, I think people are probably thinking about it. We'll see.
Fair enough. Yeah, very good point. And so, Peyton, I'm going to ask you this question. I think you're the perfect person to ask the question. A good friend of mine, Tyler Gibson, likes this analogy. There's a bus. There's a driver. There's people in the middle. There's people towards the back. There's people in the front. Where do you feel like you fit specifically on this said bus?
Oh God. I don't want to say. I'm gonna say the middle because I don't want to. I don't think I'm definitely in the front. And I don't want to say I'm in the back because I don't want to feel like that. So I'll go like where I feel like most of the time in my life, probably where I spent most of the time when I rode the bus in elementary school. I'll say I'm in the middle.
So Andy, that does leave me with you. Do you think people are starting to are people thinking about Forest Fire, Final Threes, Final Twos? Do you think that's starting to come up soon, or is it already in the back of people's minds? Because we could throw a lot at you, you know?
Yeah, I would say that I haven't had any conversations with anybody about that. As far as if it's in the back of my mind, well, like now it is, thanks. It wasn't in the back of my mind, and so I'm gonna say now that you threw it at us that it's gonna be in the back of a few of our minds. I think naturally coming into these games, we look at all the other games and we go, oh, it's gonna be a final three with like a 7-person jury, and like that's just what it's gonna be. But you could throw any number of things at us, and it's probably too early to be calculating any of those things.
Fair enough. All right, that's a good point. All right, at this time, if anybody has anything they would like to say before wrapping up to the votes or any pre-vote advantages, now is your time to play them. All right, you guys know the deal. Either go vote or bump for me. I'm missing 2 votes. If you didn't bump it for me, can you go ahead and do that? All right, I am back and I do have the votes. If everyone can come back on. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol or any post-vote advantage you'd like to play, now's your time to do so. Just give me a second, my computer's frozen. All right, I will read the votes. Person vote out, 30 seconds to their goodbyes, and so on. Peyton, I'm stealing your idea because I can't save pictures on my phone, my computer right now for my life. So we'll get into it. First vote is for Zach. That's 1 vote, Zach. It is in your chat, by the way. Second vote is for Nikki. That is 1 vote, Nikki, 1 vote, Zach. Next vote is for Molly. That's 1 vote, Zach, 1 vote, Nikki, 1 vote, Molly. Next vote is for Zach. That is 2 votes, Zach, 1 vote, Nikki, 1 vote, Molly. Next vote is for Nikki. That is 2 votes, Nikki, 2 votes, Zach, 1 vote, Molly. Next vote is for Molly. That is 2 votes, Molly, 2 votes, Nikki, 2 votes, Zach. Next vote is for Molly. That is 3 votes, Molly, 2 votes, Zach, 2 votes, Nikki, 2 votes left. The 12th person vote out and the 3rd member of our jury is Molly. Molly, you know you helped us out super last minute. You were such a pleasure to host. I'm sorry you're going out this way, but you do have 30 seconds to say your goodbyes.
Oh yeah, no hard feelings, y'all. It's been fun. I am truly exhausted. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, definitely no hard feelings. I'm proud of y'all. Keep kicking ass. Keep doing great work, and yeah, have fun. Just be nice to each other. And yeah, I'll see y'all on the jury. But for now, bye.
All right, see you, Molly. Thank you so much for playing again.
Of course.
All right, so congratulations, you have made final 8. I have a quick question for you guys. Y'all feeling close, nice and touchy-feely? Well, I hope so, because because we will have pretty soon. We will get a document together. You guys are playing touchy subjects tomorrow night. So
You can touch my subject.
You said stay on time. We will send you the doc. We ask that you don't talk about your answers. You cannot answer yourself, but as you guys know, when it comes to the actual challenge, you may answer yourself. Sound good?
I'm a good cuddler.
What is it?
Said I'm a good cuddler.
It works. There you go. Have a good night, y'all, and good night, Facebook.
Have a good night, everyone.